if you're not playing on a 3DO system, what are you playing with? Presenting 3DO, the most advanced home gaming system in the universe. It's time to put away your toys.
3DO from Panasonic, Gold Star, and Creative Labs. A new low price and free games.
Oh boy, 176 episodes. Joey, it's your theme pick. You're back on the podcast. Do you have regrets?
Yes. No, none.
None? Not after this very weird theme that you had?
No, it lived up to my theme.
How long did you play these games for? These two games? Like each?
Well, one of them I couldn't play. It just wouldn't work on my computer, so unfortunately, 0 minutes on that one. But I watched someone play it, which I think is better. But I'll get into that. The other one I played, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour.
Okay. I played about an hour of each of them myself, and I think I'm good. I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
Colin?
I played like an hour of one and then about 15 minutes of another.
Oh,
I think
only
you can guess
15
which
minutes.
ones.
I don't know if I can guess. I honestly don't know what that could be. It's a coin flip to see if you really liked one or really didn't understand the other. Very strange. They're both very
boy.
strange. What is the theme you have chosen today?
Weird book, weird game.
What are the books that they're based on?
I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, and The Metamorphosis.
God. Well, the game
By
title's the
Kafka.
same exact one. Harlan Elson. Never heard of this guy. What did Harlan Elson do? He wrote a Star Trek
I don't know if
episode
he
in
did anything
67.
else. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
A Boy and His Dog. Repent Harlequin.
Eh.
I've actually heard of these things.
And he also lent his voice to the game.
Oh my god, that was his voice?
Yeah.
Was he, let's see if I can guess. Because I played one dude in it. What was that guy's name?
Gorister?
Gorister, yeah. Was that him?
No, he was
Ah.
the supercomputer.
Oh, he was
I'm going to guess he was AM.
He was Am.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking he was the very first character you kind of choose. But, okay. It's been a interesting last 2 weeks. Mostly, I've had great bowling and bad golf. So, one thing does not translate to the other. Been playing some video games. How about you guys?
Yeah, plays video games.
I finally broke the 30-pound mark in my weight loss journey. As of
As in
last
you
weekend.
gained 30 pounds? I mean, anyone could do that, Colin. Come on.
Yeah, you would not believe the amount of McDonald's I've been eating.
Hey, McDonald's is delicious.
And more and more expensive nowadays.
Yes, it is. I've been more fond of Burger King these days, though, if I go there.
Did you know you can actually finance your purchases now?
Yeah, on DoorDash and things like that.
Yeah.
With the kleptomaniac app or whatever they call it.
I haven't heard of that last one, but it sounds like an actual app, so.
Sure, right? Why wouldn't it? Yeah, if that's not the biggest sign of a recession, then I don't know what is.
Pretty much, yeah.
I would love to order food and pay every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'll gladly pay for a hamburger Tuesday for a hamburger down.
That's right. Oh, cat. Whoa, cat. Bad cat. Oh, this might. Yeah, that's gonna sound like that. Okay. Cat ran into the microphone and things did not go well.
We can hear that.
Yeah. How do I sound? Still terrible?
Always.
Always terrible? No crackling in the voice?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Quality sounds fine, but you still sound terrible.
Oh, okay. I could speak in German if you want. That's fine too. Well, if the audio's all messed up, I apologize to the listeners. Now, blame my cat. Okay, here we go. Colin, what have you been playing?
Well, last night, I finally got around to playing Pistol Whip on Steam VR last night.
Oh, that shit's fun.
Yep. Oh, yeah, Joey, I finally bought a Valve Index. Just so you know. But yeah, back to Pistol Whip. That game is super fun. Real workout, too, because you have to, like, move back and forth to dodge obstacles and such. And also dodge, like, incoming gunfire from enemies. Kind of like super hot.
I actually played Super Hot and Beat Saber last weekend.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I hadn't hooked up my VR in like a year. And then you talking about it so much a couple weeks ago, I was like, hey, all right, get this going. And lots of fun.
Yeah, I haven't played my VR in a while, but one of my favorite games was a boxing game that made me absolutely tired.
Does it involve aliens?
No, it was just a basic boxing game.
Oh, like
just,
Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, but boxing?
Yeah, something. Yeah, it was. I forget what it was called, but it was pretty much you just shadow box for like however long it takes you to knock out your opponent.
Oh.
Well, I've got fitness boxing for that on my Switch.
I think Creed made a boxing game. There's a boxing game called Creed. Pretty sure.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pistol Whip is hard as shit at times, but fun enough that you want to figure out how to get past the hard parts. There is a little bit of aim assist involved. Just like if you're pointing in the general direction of an enemy, it'll automatically aim the gun to hit there. But speaking of workouts, I figured out how to maximize the exorbitant amount of time I accidentally pour into Balatro. I just play it while using my walking treadmill. And
Nice.
I can have a podcast or informative YouTube video on while I do so. I mean, I went for over an hour and a half yesterday to the point that my treadmill shut itself off because it was overheating.
Oh my god.
I've never even had that with Candy Crush. So, I think I know how I'm going to lose the next 10 pounds of my weight loss journey.
You should look into if the game LA Noire is on your VR.
It could be.
Because
Maybe
I have that
will
for
look.
my PSVR, and that's like unbelievably fun.
Huh. LA Noire. But yeah, that's about everything I've been playing.
Joey,
Yes.
what about you?
Oh, what about me?
Yeah, so many things, right?
So I beat the quest line and foundation that I wanted to beat, so you mark that as complete.
Aha! We are to the game tracker of 2025, heading over to Joey's
48
foundation.
hours.
How many hours?
48.
48 hours. Oh my god, you're smoking me in game time for 2025. And I'll
Well,
mark
that
that
one I
as
get-
completed.
That one I left running while I was working, since it takes time to let things even out. So I do a change. I wait like 2 hours to make sure everything's good, and I do another change. So yeah, a lot of that is just letting the game simulate while I work.
That doesn't really seem fair for the game tracker. What do you think, Colin? Do we let this slide?
That's not my problem.
No way.
You never stated the rules.
We getting specific, Mr. Depew?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm playing the game. The game
Are
needs
you
to run.
really playing, or is it
Do I
playing
need
itself?
to watch it? You can say that about a lot of games.
Well,
And then I played a demo, which I'm excited for when the game comes out, called Strange Seed.
did I see a trailer of that yesterday?
Potentially, it's like a spore, but only at the animal stage. And as you kill their animals, you can get their parts and kind of evolve. So you can slowly build up your animal to being weird things. At the end, my thing was like a chicken lizard. So yeah, that was fun. I'm waiting for the actual game to come out. Wanted to try to get dinosaur parts, but they were too OP. There were only 3 raptors, and they all attacked at the same time. I couldn't kill them.
Wait a
The only
second.
thing I hate about it is there's a mini game because you can combine 2 parts. So if you want to combine like an ant head and a chicken head, you have to play this stupid DNA snake game that's damn hard. So I hope they fix that because I would like to combine animal parts and not have to play a stupid snake game to do that. And then started playing.
Did they make
Deep
another
Rock
game with
Galactic
like
Survivor.
slime-looking characters?
I don't know. Let me see. Who's
This
made
artwork
it.
seems very familiar.
According to Steam, this is their only game.
Interesting. Okay.
So then I played Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, which is a
Deep
roguelike
Rock Galactor? Galactic.
Survivor. It's the Survivor one. It's not the original game where you're orcs and you go mining shit. This one, or not orcs, dwarfs. You are dwarfs and you're mining stuff, but it's like a top-down shooter survivor roguelike. So it's a lot of fun.
Are you going to beat this thing?
Neat.
I plan on it.
Okay. I've added it to the list.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess consider just beating all the regular missions as completing it. So I guess I'm halfway there.
Wow. Okay.
Because each mission has like 4 or 5 levels of difficulty. So I'm burning through it. It's just a lot of fun. You get weapons every 5, like level 5, 15, 25. And you get to pick between 3, and then you level up weapons. You also have level skills. So yeah, it's a lot of fun for a roguelike. And then I played Scheduled 1, building my drug empire.
You play a lot of games I've never heard of.
Yeah, well, this one just popped up on my radar, and I tried. What I really like about it, I started with the demo, and the demo's called Free Sample. So I played that first, and then I bought the game.
All right,
So the free
Schedule
sample
1. Now I got to
worked on
look
me.
this up.
It's about drug dealing.
Open world where you mix and make your own drugs and sell them. Well then. You're a small-time drug dealer rolling into town fresh with no cash. No product and no connections. Can you build your own drug empire from the ground up in this grungy West Coast city of Highland Point? Contend against intensifying law enforcement and deadly cartel competitors to expand your empire and reach the peak of the underworld. $19.99 on
pretty fun.
Steam. Released March 24th, 2025.
I was saying, grab the free sample first, see if you like it.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah, because I have the demo. It's called Free Sample. How could I not try it out?
God. I'm adding that to your list.
And then I played some more Elden Ring.
More Elden Ring, as in the DLC?
No, I haven't played DLC.
Oh.
I'm playing a strength build with a giant crusher, which is a colossal hammer. So I just bonk things. So it's fun going around bonking things. I'm just trying to do a lot of the stuff that I didn't get to in my first playthrough. So I don't really care if I beat it. But
Well, it still adds to your playtime, sir.
yeah. So I'll have to give you how long I've been on this character, but trying to get to all the bosses that I missed in the first playthrough and all that. So
All right, so I'll put in Elden Ring, the second go or something.
And
Here we go. Elden
on
Ring
my,
again is what I'll put.
occasionally on my Steam Deck, I pull up Rotato if I'm watching a movie.
Brotato. Now I know
Yeah,
you're making things
Brotato.
up.
No, I've been playing this game for years. Potato's awesome. It's also a top-down shooter.
Game
where you're a
Bro-tato.
potato.
God damn it, I have to look all this up for you. This looks like Super Meat Boy, except with guns.
And potatoes.
Top-down shoot 'em up.
Yeah.
Okay. Studio was based in Lyon, France. Now it's in Zurich, Switzerland. Okay. Bro-tato.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But that's the last like 4 weeks or so since I've been on the podcast for a while.
Yeah. You don't have any more made-up games that I've never heard of?
Well, actually, 3 weeks ago, I
Uh-huh.
played a game called OMG Words.
Oh my god. All right.
It's like a
OMG
Balatro,
words
but it's
game.
Scrabble version.
That's funny.
It's a lot harder than Balatro because you actually have to know words.
When did this come out?
I have no idea.
Oh, it's from Itch.io. I guess it's where it's from. What would happen if Balatro and Scrabble had a baby? Kind of.
Yeah, kind of, because you can play Balatro with not knowing poker, but you kind of have to know words and Scrabble to really be good at this game.
Okay. Oh.
Reminds me a bit of Baba Is You.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a game I really want to play, but I'm waiting for it to go on sale on
It's
Steam.
hard. It gets really hard.
I can imagine. I
Yeah.
can imagine.
I ended up not completing it just because I couldn't figure out any more puzzles. And it's like, okay, I could beat this game, but I'd have to look up just about every single level at this point and how to beat it. I'm like, that's not fun. Let's see. I already mentioned kind of playing the VR games. For me, I guess my best one would be getting my ass kicked in Intelligent Cube. That's a game that was on my New Year's list, the game tracker, and I played just over 4 hours, and level 7 has kicked my ass yet again. So after 25 years, I still can't beat this fucking game. I have tapped out.
The name is Intelligent. You should have known it was not for you.
Zing!
God. Man. Speak multiple languages, have an engineering degree, and Joey's calling me stupid. Very, very mean to me today. Picking on me. Colony's picking on me.
What do you want me to do about it?
I'll fucking fly to Houston and get him. Big slap. Just for me.
Fuck that, I already spent all my aeroplane points getting to Miami at the end of the month.
Wait, going back to Disney or something?
Nope, I'm going on a cruise.
Oh, that's right. You did mention that.
Yep.
That's right.
Going Bahamas, Dominican Republic, and a place called Grand Turk.
That can't be a real
I'll be
place.
going.
Grand Turk.
Mm-hmm. I hear their Turkish delight is fantastic.
Oh, both of you. But yeah, Intelligent Cube, hard as shit. The first 6 levels I've gotten really good at. There's certain tricks to them, but once level 7 hits the randomized cubology that it has, the furthest I keep getting is the very last stage of level 7, but I've ran out of standing blocks, so once it rolls at me to get me back, it just rolls me right off, just every time. I was really at it pretty much all day last Sunday, and I remember shouting, "All I know is death! I quit this game!" So hard. So that will be a game I will not be completing. Just over 4 hours of playtime, over and over again, playing the same level. I would say 3.5 of the 4 hours of play was just on that one stage, and I just couldn't beat it. So.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's hard. I even tried restarting the game a couple times to see if I would get something a little bit easier randomized, but nope, no luck. So I was like, third strike out. I can't beat it. Sad times.
Well, shit.
Yeah. So now I've just been kind of contemplating what I'm going to do next. I've kind of put video games down the last week to kind of just watch TV, relax, but I've been out every day this week, so I just haven't had any time other than playing the games for the podcast.
Have you seen the Nintendo Direct?
I did. A lot of remakes. A lot of remakes and remasters, like Saga Frontier and Dragon Quest. I think it was 1 and 2 that they're remaking, and 3.
Just 1 and 2 from the looks of it.
I thought I saw 3 at first in the trailer for it all, but yeah, nothing really kind of stood out. Just a lot of indie games and remakes.
I don't know. Witchbrook looks fun. Sort of an isometric life sim in a Harry Potter style town.
Yeah, I'll have to look more into that one.
Made by Chucklefish. I'm also interested in Shadow Labyrinth. Sort of.
Which one was that?
Sort of like sci-fi Metroidvania Pac-Man.
Oh, I know what you're. Yeah, the little Pac-Man dude, but then it turns out to be like some robot sphere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't say that's not intriguing.
I'm a little worried of Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah, I kind of got the same idea. I mean, it still looks good. And I mean, the psychic power mechanic looks kind of interesting.
When they started showing kind of the bosses and the mechanics of the game, it really looks like Metroid Prime remade.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Which has me very worried. I'm sure it's still going to be a well-made game and everything, and I'll most likely get it anyways, but I don't think it's going to blow me out of the water like a lot of people have been anticipating for the last, 10 years at this point?
Yeah, I mean, they had to start the whole thing from scratch a couple of years in.
Yeah, and if their starting from scratch idea was, let's just take all the elements from Metroid Prime 1 and remake them and then just throw in a little new mechanic here and there, I'm going to be disappointed. Because what was it, Metroid Prime Echoes or something? What was the most recent Metroid game that came out on the Switch? It was the side-scroller thing.
There was Dread.
Dread, yeah. So I think there's a high bar that it's got to meet.
For sure. I'm kind of interested in Eternal Life of Goldman. I mean, everything's like a hand-drawn art style. Kind of wish more games would do that. The only other one I can think of is Cuphead.
Is that the Hollow Knight looking game?
I think so.
Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm looking at it now.
It's a side-scroller. I really wish the Professor Layton games would go back to that.
Yeah, they're just AI generated now.
Pretty much, yeah. And I really want to get
that's right, Eternal. Okay, this is like the one on the giant turtle thing.
No, that's like that's something else. Like the Moving Village or something.
No. I mean, there is that, yes, but this one also has like some land on. Oh, maybe that is. Maybe I'm mixing the two up now.
Could be. I'm hoping there'll be a physical release of Rift of the Necrodancer.
Oh, I thought of you as soon as I saw that one. It's got the Celeste characters in it.
Yep, and later on Pizza Tower.
Yep, saw that one. Let's see. What do you think the Switch 2 is going to be like? Because I figured this one was going to cover a lot of Switch 2, but didn't.
Yeah, I didn't see any of it. Although that virtual game card feature looks interesting. I have
Yeah.
I have a couple of digital games I'd like to be able to lend to my nephews, like Castle Crashers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sure, you can only do it a couple weeks at a time, but still, that'd be fun.
Yeah, Switch 2 is going to be interesting. I'm wondering if it's going to go. See, so one part I'm worried if it turns out to be like the what was that, the 3DS Model 2 or something, or
Oh yeah, the new 3DS.
the new 3DS. Yeah, it was some stupid name. Where they didn't really come out with any unique games for it. Everything was still working on the 3DS except like two
The only
games.
the only one I can think of is Xenoblade Chronicles Remastered.
Right. That was the only one I could think of as well. So I'm wondering if it's going to be something like that just with updated hardware, which I guess wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. But it's been it's going on 9 years, I think. Pretty close to it. 8-9 years with just the Switch by itself. That's a long time for a console.
Yeah, 8 years at least. That's pretty... It doesn't feel that long. At all.
I don't know. It came out when I was living in Canada, so this is a long time ago now.
I guess it would feel long to you.
Yeah.
But not that long to me. Because I think I got mine like 4 years in.
Yeah, then it wouldn't be that long for you. Yeah, it'd be half the time. That's kind of like me getting a Wii U with like a year or two left on its lifespan. So I was just buying all the games.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's out. Let's play that. Beat that. Let's play the next game. I didn't have to wait for anything, so I guess that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out what happens with Switch 2. All right. Joey, I'm going to play a drop, and you can tell us about your weird, bizarre PC games that you picked.
Okay.
I think it's good Earthworm Jim music time. Here we go. "27 minutes into this podcast. Joey, your theme pick, how did you come up with it? And how did you come up with these two games? Go."
Weird book, weird game. How'd I come up with it? I saw that the first game we're going to talk about was a game, and I was like, I wonder if there's other weird books that became games. And thus, it was born. So, let's start with the first one, which has the same title as the book we already talked about. I Have No Mouth, and I Must Scream.
Okay, I've never heard of this book, and yet you guys have, as we were talking about this before the cast started.
Yeah, it's like the machines take over, and he likes to torture people. He keeps them alive just to torture them. Why? Who knows?
I guess
he hates
human. Yeah, there was a lot of hate. Yeah. Very weird beginning to this thing where it's just 5 random people. I think it was 5. 4 dudes and a woman, and they're all in like a cage of some kind, and it goes through this like tablet like script of a internal monologue. Then it shows the people, and then you kind of look at them one by one. It's like, ooh, this is whoever the fuck. Very esoteric riddle like reasoning to why he's torturing them, all for specifically 109 years. Very weird number. There has to be a reason behind that. I couldn't get that out of my head.
If there is, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, seems like he might have just picked a random amount of numbers past 100.
How is he keeping them alive?
I don't know, but he has the ability to like fuck with their bodies too. Because I picked Benny. I think he talked about how he sometimes would wither up his arms and like bring back his arms and whatnot. So this computer is just super powerful.
Yeah.
Nanomachines, son.
Oh, yeah. I guess that was the thing. But yeah, he said he got rid of his handsome looks and made him into this like ape-like thing.
Yeah, well, I'll get to Benny because Benny's also an asshole. He's the one I picked.
Okay.
But this was developed by Cyber Dreams and the Dreamers Guild.
Sure. Who could forget?
And
Let's review what Cyber.
published by Acclaim.
Yeah, now owned by Jeff
Really?
Jarrett. Did you read that, Joey?
No,
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett now owns Acclaim.
he's random.
Let's see. They've done Dark Seed, Cyber Race, Red Hell, Dark Seed 2, Noir, a shadowy thriller. All witty games, I'm sure.
So edgy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this came out on Mac in '95, and it's a point and click RPG or adventure. No, I don't think it's RPG. Point and click. What is it?
It's a point and click adventure game.
Adventure, yeah.
Yeah.
And hard.
Plays the same as Monkey Island, basically.
Yeah. I picked Benny, and Benny's a dick. So he's trying to find food because he's starving because Am is starving him.
They're all starving. So I believe at one point you have to feed them in order to continue.
Yeah, well, that's the first thing you do with Benny. You find some fruit, eat it, but it makes him bleed. So then you go to these caves and you see this single family or single parent family, and he's like, single family unit. They're a strain on society. I was like, what an asshole.
They're a strain on society, a single family unit.
I was like, what? He's like taking our taxpayer dollars. I was like, you're not even paying taxes anymore. You're trying to survive and you're being an asshole to this mom and child. And then the mom and child help him eat. See, he tries to give the fruit to the mom, and she's like, no, give it to the son. So he gives it to the son, and then he can talk to the son through the screens that are in the cave. And you learn that the son is outcasted because he's smart, and the others don't like him. And then he tells you that at the beginning he couldn't eat the fruit, so his mom had to chew it up and spit it into his mouth. So that gives you the clues that you need to go back and get another fruit so the mom can spit it into your mouth. And then you sleep. And then he's like, oh, you're family now. But then the mom gets picked for the sacrifice, and you go to the sacrifice thing. And this is where I fucked up. I asked the elder if I could eat the mom, and then Ham killed me. Ended my run. Apparently, you're supposed to just watch the mom die and not try to eat her.
Oh boy.
Oh,
So yeah, that was my experience.
I was Gorster. I know you guys were just gonna expect me to pick Nimdok, the Nazi guy, but I did not. I went with Gorster.
I did too.
Oh, me and Colin like mines. Honestly, it was just because it was the character on the furthest to the left.
I only picked Benny because he looked like a monkey.
Yeah. Yeah. I almost started playing Ellen's thing, and I was like, I'm done with this. But yeah, I beat all of Gorster's section, and that took about an hour.
Yeah, I needed a guide to finish that.
It was really weird. So Gorster's background, I guess, is he's guilty because he put his wife in a mental hospital. But
yeah. Then I think he also killed him. The old James Sunderland approach.
Well, no, the mother-in-law killed him. Is what I got.
Yeah, she conspired it anyway.
Yeah, because you put her daughter in the institution, but rightfully so.
But then,
from everything I played through.
What you find out later was actually the mother who drove her insane.
Oh yeah, she was nuts.
She admits it in like a log that you find on the airship.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a very weird game, and very, like, you talk to a dog that only speaks in riddles, and he's like, well, because of where we are, we're only allowed to speak in riddles. Isn't that weird. And they're like, yeah, that's very strange. Can't you just tell? No, one must bury the past and find your heart, and then come to me and give me said heart. What about my heart? No, it can't be your heart. It has to be the heart of the one you may love, but only after you. And I'm like, all right, I have nothing to say to you anymore. Which I heard a million times. Yeah, you find the dead wife and the mother-in-law on like hooks in a meat locker, but you have to go through a toilet first. I'm like, I don't understand this game. You're on a Zeppelin, but you think you're on a ship at first, and then you end up at a random gas station in the desert. Like, just to blow it up with a grenade launcher at the end. And there's no big, like, reveal or anything. It's just the screen cuts, and then it goes, okay, now pick your next character. I go, oh, okay, I guess that was strange. Did I do it right? I don't know.
Well, it depends on the monologue you get from the supercomputer AM.
Oh, I might have clicked through it too fast then, because he didn't really give me any monologue after my Gorster section. I must have clicked too fast. Like, just click, move on.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now I know why I lost as Benny, because apparently one of his crimes was cannibalism. Apparently through the wiki, Benny and Nimdoc were the only villains before AM, and Benny was a murderer, committed treason, committed war crimes, and cannibalism. So he's a stand-up guy. And there are graves in his story.
Well, don't be a single family unit. Make sure you pay your taxes, and Benny won't have any problem with you.
And don't be a weak soldier that's under his command, because he will kill you for being weak.
Don't be weak. Got it. Yes. Be a man. I got it. Let's see. I'm reading Ellen's part here because this is what I started. Yeah, she's in like an Egyptian pyramid. She suffers from a phobia of the color yellow. Oh, right. She's claustrophobic. She's paranoid. She has all these like mental disorders. Yeah. Oh, and she was raped. Didn't get that far. Facing her rapist is her story. Gotcha. That sucks. And then she was tortured for 109 years?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's messed up.
It's messed up, bro.
Yeah, for me, this game is a lot like Lisa, the Painful RPG. It's one of those games I'm fascinated by, but I'm afraid to play because I'm pretty certain it's going to give me depression. It's hard enough avoiding getting depressed these days, thank you very much.
You should just play Benny's section from the way Joey says. You won't feel anything. Just let me eat the corpse. Come on. What could go wrong?
She wasn't dead yet, okay? She was still just on the altar.
Well, you got to make them feel things, right?
And then before they do that, AM steps in and is like, no, give me the stranger instead of her, and then he takes you away. So, unfortunate I didn't get to eat her.
Wait, Benny was a homosexual scientist and does not have sex organs. Am I reading that right?
Benny? You sure? Is that Nimdoc?
Nimdoc.
Because Benny, he was a scientist, yeah. Maybe he was.
Nimdoc is a Nazi, experimented on people. He must find the lost tribe. Don't know what that is. He suffers from dementia, it seems.
The original story, he was a scientist. But in the game, he was a military commander, so they changed Benny.
Okay. Nimdoc turned his Jewish parents to the regime. Wouldn't that make him Jewish?
Okay, it's only hinted at that Benny is gay in the dialogue. I guess I didn't get that far for it to be hinted at.
Okay.
But it does say he made him an ape-like with a giant penis.
Oh, okay. So he has a giant penis. He didn't get the penis taken away. Why are we talking about this? This is so weird.
And we talk about the endings compared to the book. Because there's like other supercomputers across the world that are. There's like in China and Russia. Apparently, if you do everything right, the supercomputers will kill each other, and then every single one of the humans can finally have the sweet release of death. Although in the
Is there an
in the book,
implication that Earth is no more, but there's still humans in space somewhere, and that's what AM and these other computers are going for?
I think so. Yeah, it's like post-nuclear apocalypse,
Yeah.
post-nuclear war. How appropriate since last time we were talking about Fallout 3.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's 7 endings to this game.
Oh my god. 7?
First one, Am wins using Nimdoc's research to turn the last character played into a immobile blob, with each character coding a different part of the final section of the original short story. So that's ending 1. Am joins the Russian and Chinese supercomputers, reawakens and tortures 750 humans in Luna. As in the first ending, the characters responsible for this turn to Marble Blob, quotes the book. Third one, Am is made harmless with the help of humans, but Russian and China supercomputers take over and instead. As consolation, they allow Am to choose what to do with the humans. Am turns the last humans into a blah, 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 blah.
Everything involves turning a human into a blob, apparently.
Yeah. Number 4, the players give the totem of entropy to Surgot. I don't know who that is. One of Am's servants. He activates it, killing the Russian and Chinese supercomputer, and then Am turns the player into a great soft jelly thing. Hey, we're not a blob. That's a
That
plus.
sounds like a blob to me.
5, the human invokes the totem in front of Russia and China supercomputers. Am tells the players that they did not earn its mercy, turns them into a blob. Number 6.
That's where the title comes from. As blobs, they have no mouths and they must scream.
Yeah. The player disables either the I, super ego, or both, then uses the totem, ends with the player monitoring the computers, but the ego kills the 750 humans. And the last one, Am and the Chinese and Russian supercomputers are defeated. The 750 humans chronically frozen on Luna are reawakened. Earth is terraformed to become habitable, with the Overseer being the last played character. So there's one good ending.
One good ending. 5, you turn into blobs. And
1, you turn into jelly. No, 4 blobs. 1 jelly. 1, you just watch them kill the 750 humans. Doesn't say if you get turned into a blob or jelly on that one.
I'm going to assume you still turn into a blob.
Probably.
Oh, man. What a weird game, Joey. Very weird. I can't say I hated it at all. I kind of...
I'm gonna pass it.
Kind of into it. It's very strange.
It was strange. Yeah, it's weird, but because it was weird, It was entertaining.
Yeah, I'll give it a soft pass.
I'm passing it as well. All right. Not what I expected.
Alrighty. Game number 2.
Let's go.
Mojo.
Sorry, what was it?
The Roach game. Bad Mojo. The Roach game. Developed by Pulse Entertainment. Published by Acclaim.
Jeff Jarrett running wild on this podcast.
This one came out in 96. So it's loosely based off the novel The Metamorphosis, which is about a unknown horrible vermin, monstrous vermin. Although a lot of adaptations treat it as a roach, which is why it's a roach on this one. But
see, I could have sworn it's like a rat-like creature. Because I remember reading Kafka in high school in Germany.
I don't think it explains exactly what it is. It's like left up. It's just this vermin thing. So a rat could fit. But I know a lot of people take it as like a cockroach.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't think he especially says what that vermin is. So it could be a rat. The original story is weird in itself. But first, the family accepts the change and then turns on them, kind of thing, and it's just weird.
Yeah, it's
then-
kind of like a version of The Fly if the person had a life rather than freaking out.
Yeah. So the only thing that this is really based off of, but is turning into a vermin, the roach. So the main character is, I think what was it? Playing, I don't remember if he steals the necklace or it was grandma's necklace, and then he puts it on and turns into a cockroach.
No, so I thought this was going to be like some crazy FMV game the whole time, but it's really just FMV cutscenes. Like, this would be perfect on the Sega CD or the 3DO, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a trinket he got from his childhood, which turned him into a cockroach.
Yeah, but why?
Because
Like, I don't
'Cause it's
understand
full of bad
why.
mojo.
Like, it's a
It's full of
curse.
bad mojo energy.
it looked like a cockroach, so thus he became a cockroach.
But is it because he's going to steal all this money and he's committing a sin and therefore he must pay for his sin, and that's what turned him into the cockroach based on the cursed necklace that his grandmother? What? Am I thinking about this way too much?
Could be.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But the actual gameplay of this looked boring as hell.
It's not fun.
Like, you just walk around, maybe move a cigarette to kill a spider, maybe move some trash to get over a trap.
There's a
But-
couple neat puzzles every now and again, but really you just find yourself wandering around as a cockroach forever.
Yeah, but the cutscenes.
I mean, that's what you're here for.
That's why I think you should just watch someone play this instead of playing it yourself, because the cutscenes are amazing. Let's start by saying the intro sounds like a late teen, early 20s nerd who's trying to sound tough when he's talking about, oh yeah, I stole this money. You're like, I don't believe that you're this tough guy.
Right, with the Jim
And-
Carrey-like acting that's very
Yes.
overemphasized, and it's like, oh, the bag of money, it's mine. He's got to hold it and sniff it.
And then the landlord, that's the one cutscene where he's drinking, then he just falls over into his bed, and then it cuts to him under his covers sleeping. Like, what?
Yeah.
It's totally fine.
Well, I
Yeah.
just found out last night that the Game Grumps did a video on this game fairly recently. I'll have to check it out later.
I'll have to watch that. Have you guys played or watched Harvester? Because when I was
Sounds
playing these
vaguely
games, I was
familiar.
thinking of that.
Doesn't ring a bell.
So
Sounds vaguely
Harvester,
familiar.
Joey, is right up your alley and weird and funny to watch people play. Okay, ready for this?
Go on.
It is about a guy who's in this like town of Harvest, and it's supposed to be this like cult-like town where everyone needs to go to the lodge and join the lodge, and you must sacrifice to get into the lodge, but only like certain people can be accepted, and blah blah blah. And you meet all the people in town, and it's very weird. Like that, you come across a police or not, a sheriff like masturbating in the cell to some porno mag.
What?
Yeah, and then the other sheriff like catches him and hits him with a newspaper. You have like a father-in-law of someone you're betrothed to like peeking in on his daughter, and they imply that she's not really his daughter, and he's very obsessed with stalking her. And your father that you never meet sells meat at the meat market, but it's corpses of other people in town plus cats. It's a very strange
boy.
game.
Sure sounds like it.
Yeah, it's weirdly funny. It has all the cutscenes of like Bad Mojo and the point and click adventure-ness of I have no mouth, I must scream. Harvester. We might have to throw that on here at some point.
Goody.
Keep going, Joey. Bad Mojo.
Well, apparently it was also loosely inspired by It's a Wonderful Life.
Of course. Who could forget?
Did anyone else recognize like the PlayStation logo noises in this? I swear
Yeah,
they use some of that
kinda.
sound. I don't know when if it put on the necklace or something, but it made that like noise that was like from PlayStation, and then there was another noise, and I'm like, they just stole sounds from the PlayStation.
I don't know. I kind of hear that one sound in a lot of different things of like 80s and 90s. Could just be a generic thing, but
Fair enough.
what do I know?
I just read the ending to this game. It's very strange.
Which one? There's 4 endings.
The one where they reconcile as united father and son, and
Yeah,
and then they move to Mexico with all the embezzled money.
yeah, because that necklace came from his mom. That was the landlord's wife. Like what?
Yeah.
Very strange.
Yeah. So I'm a fail this one, but I would recommend watching someone play it. Get those glorious cutscenes that are live action.
Yep. Yeah, I give it a fail too.
I failed this game. Very weird though.
Mm-hmm.
A lot less to say. Yeah, I just found myself going back and forth the majority of the time. Nothing really pointed me in an interesting direction. I think you can beat this in like 2 hours. Let me see. Let's see. Bied Mojo. Mojo Jojo. 3 hours. You can beat it. That was close. God, I played a third of the game. Ugh. Disgusted. All right. I have the next theme pick, which is Game Boy Color exclusives only. But before we adieu, Joey, your favorite, least favorite, and the tiers.
I Have No Mouth is my favorite,
Yeah,
obviously.
goes without saying.
Tier wise, gonna give it a C, and Bad Mojo a D.
Okay. Colin.
Mine's the exact same.
C and D. Okay. Why be different? I'm with you guys. C and D. Okay. Well, that does it for this episode. See you next time, everybody.
Bye.
Bye now.